我豆豆學生晒中高啊！阿廖，班了對啊，到 Science Museum 啊，班了，我呢，就先走了了。
One, two, three. Anil. Let's
阿
see you.
廖，
Come out,
Let's
Anil.
just say 1, 2, 3.
Anil, come out.
come out.
Come with G, Anil. Come with G.
That's it.
Yeah.
You want eat?
Right. What the?
Okay, last one. One, two, three. Anil, come out, Anil.
阿廖，come out，阿廖。
Okay, look at here. Look at here. One, two, three.
Come, let's start.
Many options here. I welcome you to enjoy the space while you're here. Thank you. They're youngest, yeah.
You okay? Come on up. Hey girls.
What's this?
Hey girl. Mình tôi trông chịu.
Hi, Johnson. Who's that? Go home. Going home.
Thì thế sự mất tao tao nó để sợ.
Here's the turn to your left, your right. Take like a minute. Who's in front of you, behind you, and just take a look who's in the space here today. Chị hãy từ tua đấy ở tua dây ở từ đó từ ra ta hãy ô trong tao hãy tính đi trình những sĩ hãy các tổng đồng công trình nó đã bây từ lúc thông lên từ chia này ở Thái cha kia cứ gần nó kia rồi ta hãy ô trong tao bố có hãy tiếng môi cho cái tiếng nghe nhỏ là cứ thơ sẽ tua kia môi cho ở bên từ cho cứ tua nữa rồi đây cái giá cả này sĩ tổng kia sĩ ba kia một tay dẫn nữa là
Thank you everybody for being with us here tonight. We have a long-standing relationship with Green Card Voices, and it's been a real pleasure to watch them grow and develop. And I was just telling Taya that I remember the first time that I met her, which was probably over 10 years ago, and she was officing in a little space, and we just found a table and this was the beginning of the museum relationship with Green Card Voices. So I want to congratulate them on receiving the prestigious Bush Prize. This is just a little blurb of what the website said, on the Bush website said about them. Their use of video narratives, books, bilingual graphic memoirs, touring exhibits, and the conversational game Story Stitch aims to help people see immigrants in our communities as individuals through authentic first-person stories.
Hey, but not the dreamer. No, where's the monkey?
Where's Mila?
I don't know.
ชื่อ Mila
that today has arrived, and it just means all of that hard work, is finally here, and I'm so honored again to be a part of that. So that's just a tiny bit about me. As I was translating the project, I talked to my husband a couple times about different expressions, and I also talked to Julie here and there, and I just thought,
all your toys.
thinking of the audience, right, who's going to be reading this book, we want to convey the right messages. And there were times when my husband just said, in Hmong, we actually don't have a lot of words, so maybe you can say that. And I said, okay, no, as a teacher of Hmong language, you cannot say we don't have a lot of words. We've got 6 words for rice, okay? But maybe we don't have a word for this directly, but we can convey the same exact meaning. And it's just a methodology of how do you go about expressing the same thing, right? So that was my struggle, but every single time I found the right words to say things, I always felt like celebrating every single time. So once I was done translating the story, I just felt like I knew Thai so much more. And then to see Thai here today and earlier, he was like, oh yeah, I did take 1 day of your class at the U, and then I left after the syllabus. And I was like, what? Yeah, because it was a little tough, so I went and took the beginner's one. So I felt like I knew Thai then, and man, do I know him now. He was 1 day rostered. So I feel like it's come full circle in a way, and then thank you to Green Card Voices, and Julie and I actually go way back to when she was a little teeny tiny girl dancing at Girl Scouts. She was a part of the Hmong crew in Girl Scouts. So there's just so much connection here, as well as the story coming to play. So lots of that here. So I'm going to be asking you two a couple questions so that people get to know a little bit more about you and the process. I'm going to direct the first question to you, Thai. So can you tell us a little bit more about your personal journey coming from Wat Tam Krabat, which was a refugee camp, but not officially a refugee camp as you knew, and coming to the US? What was it like leaving the only place you knew, and then coming to a new world?
Yeah, where should I begin? It's in a way, when we were in a refugee camp, we didn't really have a lot of information, or any outside resources. There are rumors going around that one day maybe you guys will get to be moved to the US or to different countries that actually accept you guys, and so there were lots of rumors, and in 2002, I believe, we start to notice things happening around the camp where barbed wires literally start going around the entire perimeter of the camp. You know, it's the idea was to kind of keep the people in the camp in there, and then also to keep the outside people from coming in to join the camp as well. And so there wasn't a lot of information regarding what was happening, and so people would, you know, have different fears and rumor going around. You know, and it's finally that, you know, there were actually culture transitions. At least that's what I understand it. Like someone like Kayeng here in the room, you know, who actually come down to the camps and actually help kind of demystify all those rumors and actually bring some truth into what was happening around that time. And so, you know, it's there were propaganda going on, so, you know, especially the older adults who doesn't want to be moved, or, you know, with fear of losing the place, you know, or afraid of going somewhere where, you know, basically you lose everything, you know, or you left them behind. And so there's a lot of that. There was a rumor that actually in the United States, people here are actually eating human flesh. That was one of the, you know, scare tactics, you know, and with Gayengs and a lot of the other people coming in the camp to kind of help clarify that, you know, it changed a lot of minds, you know, and so, yeah, that's when we actually start realizing, you know, things are actually happening for real. You know, we actually gonna get to move somewhere else, you know. And at the time, I remember there were a few countries that actually accept, you know, refugee camp, I'm a refugee from the camps. And so, you know, my sister who was here way before us, you know, we kind of had that first-hand communication with her to confirm those rumors. But she was our source of incomes as well, and so we picked here in the United States was the destinations that we want to move to. Yeah.
I love that you shared about the struggles of elders not wanting to come. Mm-hmm. It's very often that we hear about like the term refugee is synonymous with waiting to just kind of pound down the gate and just like, you know, come, and then to really hear that many of the elders, and they were afraid, right? They didn't want to be relocated. You know, many have families that had passed away and had burial sites, right, you know, locally. They didn't want to be far removed, so that was very impactful to share about that.
Right.
So now, as you were thinking about your experience and be invited to put your story, you know, into a space that you work. So that's, I'm just so thrilled because I'm kind of done in that department. But blessings to you. It's so important too, though. One more representation piece is with Green Card Voices, the graphic novel genre is absolutely important because we have, I'm going to say especially with heritage Hmong children, reading like manga, right, like Japanese anime and things like that, now to see their own identities represented in graphic novels and then talking about these very important stories, right? So there's just so many, like I said. And Julie, you can just run to whichever one.
I don't really need a microphone. It's fine, but obviously it's looking good. I guess I just wanted to put in context, thank you, Ty, for acknowledging me, that it's the reason I left my house, my office, because I'm Thai. I work day and night in my house, and I usually don't go any more meetings outdoors, but this launching took me out because I think it's a little bit long overdue, that the story of our fourth wave of refugees from Southeast Asia, especially Hmong told in this way. And so I just want to congratulate you, I, for really being willing to work with, the organization to tell your story, because your story is not told by many of the refugees that came during your era. And so people like Ku and a lot of people who don't know about what Tankabok won't know about this story and the hardship that you experienced. That was very different from the rest of us who came a lot earlier to this country. So I just want to say that this is extremely important, and it's pioneering that Thai is telling the story. I know there's a lot of stories out there. Thai's generation has really been very successful, more than those of us like B and I who've been in this country for nearly 50 years and have accomplished only half of what you have, Thai. So I just want to say that you guys have really been on, kind of a fast track to really create that American dream for yourselves and create it in a way that all of us are very envious of. So first I want to say that. The second thing is that I want to say that, Thai, I agree with you that refugees have been weaponized every generation, and the reason that people from Wat Tankapur were able to come is because of so many Hmong Americans who advocated for our own people to come to this country. If the United States did not accept the refugees from Wat Tankapur, they would have been returned to Laos, which is the country that persecuted us in the first place after the Vietnam War. And so these are the kinds of history and story that we don't hear about. Next year is going to be the 50th anniversary of our diaspora, and I want this museum and other museums and our institutions to tell our stories more, that even before we step foot in this country, that we've been allies with the US government through the CIAs and through other channels. And so I want to really just tell my brothers and sisters and young children here to acknowledge our own contributions to this country, and to say that we need to advocate for other refugees and other immigrants from other countries, because this country has really helped us in many ways, and that we are using the technology and the education that we have earned in this country to help others globally. So thank you so much. I am so happy and cool. You remember me? I hired you to work on a book too on heritage language, which B started here in the St. Paul School District. B is one of the pioneers of starting the heritage language in this country. So I feel like all the good people are in this room right now together.
And just to be clear, Paying meant that B, not this B. We always get mixed up, so that B, things that initiative that they definitely started.
And I think we had another question over here at the front table here.
I'm Ty's old boss. I hired him in right after you. Yep, I can. You see me? Hey there. I haven't been in this museum for a long time, but I used to work here. I'm a boss, but now I'm a school teacher, and I work at a local school. And I just wanted to make a quick comment about how important this idea of making literature for the young is.
Knowledge, and thanks everyone for coming, especially my family.
Yes, can we have the families of Thai and Ku's family? If you're in the space here, family of Thai and Ku, we would love to acknowledge you. So just stand up. I know there's so many of you here today. They're a little shy, but there's a whole village here tonight.
Good evening, everyone. Nhajong. I have the privilege and honor to just say a few closing remarks, but before that, I'd like to say a few words of Hmong. Nhajong, cho bây giờ cái tin chat của Yeshara là nó với bây giờ mình giải thoát. Của tôi nó mà nó là giờ opi giờ mọi ít họ pia lo chấp lời. That sure nên là của xã hội ít lo lụa châu. Pia congratulations cho Thái Pia Ku. Thế chúng ta lên đầu cho nên tao cho lúc cộng hậu green card voices cú mà many hats của wear mon on them. That she go ya ít tuổi to hay là nhớ đâu what thầm cái walk là cái yên ya nên ngồi trong thao là non. So Thái có thể go ở trên tàu sinh chi nếu ý Julie ở Thái là của hay đó Julie có sáng chi Thái because chơi tàu nơi Thái có chuyện yêu nhau á. That she tới trong cái niệm cái gì là giờ lâu nè, bây tư chi là bây tư bao lời, bây chuyện thay đổi là lời tí sĩ ở cái yên ya. So cụ chạy ít lần của lần đó các thầy sẽ cái này cái gì họ nhận từ thiên thiên đi rồi bây giờ nhóm một đôi họ muốn tàu đó đi sẽ đợi thiên. Welcome everyone, and what an honor again to be here. I come before all of you tonight wearing several hats. My day job is I am the president and CEO of HAP, the Hmong American Partnership. HAP has been in existence for over 30 years here in St. Paul. HAP was founded back in the 1990s.
That's Uncle Ty. That's Uncle Chu.
Who's your daddy?
That's Uncle Chang. That's my dad.
That's your dad?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's 아니요, no. I'm not sure time. Do you want me to hold him? Oh, it's okay. I can hold him. 이게 좀 타에 많구만. I'm used to it. Hi, Mila. I miss you. Go stay in line, Mila. Anya, start, Anya. Mimi. Oh, yeah. Ồ, có nhớ live lọc. Thank you.
Bác sẽ học cái Right. Right, thanks, gang. Yeah, just let me know.
Okay.
This is all we have for so far. Yeah, they
Start.
you know paint comes out with the Oh, sorry, I didn't know you wanted me. I didn't
Easy. Come here. Come here.
I don't want to go outside. Okay, this one's for Leo, okay? Yeah. Thank you. This one's for Anil. Is Ty your uncle? He is?
Yes, say yes, Baji.
Hey, Bazi.
And that's
I thought you already got a bond.
for Mila. Cái gì mà phổ y sau y lá là cái này.
Mila?
Mila.
Is that how you spell it?
No.
How do you spell Mila?
M-I-L-A.
Okay. Mila, there you go. I'm terrible at names.
It's okay, I don't blame you.
This is you, Fuzzy?
Z. I.
Janet. Thank you, Janet.
Okay.
Wait, can I see your... Look, it says to Baji.
It's your name, Baji. It has your name. You're so special. Oi, do I know you? Where's your Milky?
Then, oops. Well, put it away.
Oh, you can hold it. Yeah. Here, Mila, I got you a book too, Mila. Wait. Your uncle messed up your name. Really?